I'm sure you heard of this trend, underconsumption. It's all over TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Well, I stopped because I deleted all my social media, but I downloaded it in particularly for this video, for my research, to see what people are talking about, because there's a difference between minimalism and underconsumption. Like, minimalism is more of you minimalize your belongings, you buy less things. Underconsumption, actually using what you have up until it's done, whether it's your food, whether it's your face care, whatever it is. So I'm definitely a minimalist. I'm considering myself a minimalist at this point, and underconsumption for some reason is looked at as scarcity, which is a very wrong approach. I believe that there's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed when you are actually using the things you're buying. You are, you can finish that lipstick, you can finish that shower gel. There's no shame in that. You don't need to buy it 2-3 types of everything that you use. So I don't want to go into details. I'm making this video just to go over 10 things that I'm not going to be buying until the end of the year. And hopefully, once the new year starts, 2025, I am definitely going to maintain the same mentality, the same approach to life. Throws and pillows on my couches, on my bed. I know it looks nice, and every time you look when someone is renovating their house and they have so many throws and pillows. First of all, every time I'm looking to purchase something, I'm thinking in the back of my head, what is this gonna cost me to maintain, and how much time is going to take to maintain? Throws and pillows, obviously it's going to take some of your time. You're gonna have to wash them, you're gonna have to air them out, and that is time and money. And besides, I have little kids. Those pillows and those throws always end up on the floor. Kids are stomping on them. So yeah, I know it looks nice, but let me tell you, having no throws and no pillows on your couch or on your bed, it's actually very comfortable. Unless you need a pillow, you go to your bedroom and you bring a pillow that you have already. That's again my minimalistic mind. And whatever pillows I had and whatever throws I had, I just washed them and put them away for now. Maybe I'll change my mind later. I'm not throwing them out, but I'm definitely not purchasing any new ones, and I'm not putting them around the house. So this is one of the things that I'm not buying this year. Notebooks and journals. I know it's very tempting, and you think that this is the only thing that's stopping you from being organized and writing down the to-do list and being more on point and knowing how your day is going to unfold. First of all, I rarely finish my notebooks. Journal? Yeah, like I've been journaling on and off. I don't always feel inclined, so I cannot say that I need to have 2-3 journals. One journal is enough, one notebook is enough. We live in a digital era. I don't know how much you use anything written by hand. It's nice, I like it. I still practice it here and there. Like at the beginning of the week, I will make like a to-do list, what I need to do this week. But to say that I use it every day and that I need to have 2-3 because one is not enough, it's not true. I use just one. I have a couple of other ones that I brought with me when I came from Canada, and I'm not even using them. And I've been here like a year and something. I'm not even done with what I brought. So I'm definitely not buying any of it. And besides that, I use Notion, which is one of the best tools. They're not sponsoring this video, but I keep mentioning them in any video I make. It's definitely one of the best apps I ever used. It's a really good investment. So yeah, no more physical notebooks and journals. Pens, highlighters, and pencils. Well, unless I buy something for the kids, then definitely they have like a bunch of coloring pens and all of that. But for me, in particularly, you don't need it. Like I use maybe like 2 out of the ones that I have. And I have like, I would say at least 10. Maybe I use 2 out of them. Maybe like maximum 2 pens and maybe 2 pencils. Highlighters, unless you're taking physical notes, which I'm not at the moment, yeah, you don't need them. You don't need them. So I'm not buying any more of this, any more stationery. That's it. Sheets and pillowcases, and this is coming, definitely my mother always had 3-4 sets for each bedroom of sheets. I live in a hot country, thank God, and I learned, because I'm trying to be a minimalist, you can do laundry a couple of times a day, and one set for one bedroom, for me at least personally, is enough. I wash it, I put it to dry, and I just put it back on the same day. For kids, I tend to have two just because they might, wet their bed or whatever the case may be. But for me, at this point, I have two sets, but I rarely use the second one. So I'm not buying any more sheets or pillowcases for my house. First of all, your closet gets just clogged up with things you don't use. Second of all, it's such a waste of money. Like, just do laundry more often. Plastic bottles, and we've been trying, we did it a couple of times, we failed obviously, and then we went back to plastic bottles, but this time we got a filter, and we really want to make it a point as a family to not use as many plastic bottles. Besides trying to be green, it all starts with you. You're the first person. You don't need to wait for everyone else to follow your steps. It's important what you do. So I definitely stopped buying as many plastic bottles. I just bought bottles that I can refill, reuse, and put them around the house, and got a filter. So no more bottled water. I have a filter, cups, and that's it. That's all you need. This is our third attempt this year. Hopefully we will stick to it this time. Another super important thing, because I live in a hot country, water that stays for too long in plastic bottles emits so many chemicals that are so bad for your health. So it's not just being green, it's actually being healthy. So you need to really be careful and look into that, because I was not aware that plastic at a certain degree actually makes water worse for you than good for you. So you gotta be careful with that. I really do enjoy having glass containers or even metal that are washed properly. They hold water cold much better. So yeah, that's another reason why we're giving up plastic bottles. Skincare. Just choose one brand that works for you. Coming from a consumerism country, I used to go and get my facials done or get my laser done, and each and one of professionals were pushing their product obviously towards my way. So I tried so many different brands. Now I'm definitely done with that. I'm using everything I have up until the last drop, and don't buy anything extra unless I'm done. Almost done. Almost done. So no more. And if you really want to see results, generally you need at least a couple of months of the same product. You cannot just jump from product to product and then expect results. You don't need a 10-step skincare. You can just have 3 main steps. Just moisturize, make sure you wash your face. If you need a mask, that's it. Like, there's nothing crazy about it. You don't need to buy 10 to 20 different products from different brands just to try it out. Try it out when you're done with what you purchased. So I'm using everything until it's done. When it's done, I'm buying the new product, but I'm sticking to the same brand. This way I know how my budget is every month. So at the end of the month, when I'm doing my budgeting for the next month, I'm like, okay, so I need to put aside this much for skincare because I know already what's been used, what I need to repurchase. It's giving you much more clarity for sure. Travel souvenirs. Oh my God. I'm not even getting magnets of the places that I've been. I just recently traveled with my partner to Barcelona. We went to meet some friends. We went to see, obviously, visit a couple of sites. I'm huffing and puffing. I'm like almost 8 months pregnant. So it's not challenging to record videos, but like I'm running out of breath much faster. So yeah, we went to Barcelona and we went to see Gaudi house, a couple of houses that were designed by Gaudi, which was beautiful. It left an impression, and we took a bunch of pictures and videos, and then we ended up in a gift shop. And it's so funny, they do gift shops now in 2 stops, right through your tour and then at the end of your tour. And I'm sure all of the products are good quality and they look beautiful, but man, one cup inspired by Gaudi wasn't even done by him. Someone was inspired and did it in the same design, in the same abstract style. 40 euros. I live in Spain. 40 euros. I can buy, I don't know, like 20 cups for that amount of money. So these things, I always used to buy like at least one little tote bag or a scarf or like one of the books. And then I just stopped because it all ends up being recycled. And trust me, no coffee mug is worth 40 euros. So yeah, I stopped buying any travel souvenirs. I'm sure you're gonna remember all your trips as it is. If you have enough pictures and videos, you don't need an extra magnet on your fridge or an extra mug in your cabinets in your kitchen. Fitness apparel, oh my God. I know there's so many, and I was the same. I always had to have the bottom match the top. But then it ended up being, if you want to work out, just getting fitness apparel is not going to do the trick. So if this is the only thing that's stopping you, then something else is wrong. This should not be stopping you. You can work out in any clothes as long as you're comfortable. You don't necessarily need all top to bottom fitness apparel. No, this is again was very much promoted. Social media is one of it. You know, there's so many influencers, so many people who are posting their apparel, and you're thinking, oh, if I'm gonna have this outfit, I'm gonna definitely work out. No, you won't. Like, if you were really inclined and if you really want to be in good physical shape, nothing's gonna stop you, not even having that particular fitness apparel. So I stopped buying. First of all, I have a bunch of it already, and I donated and I gave away a couple of things, and whatever I have is enough. Especially if you work out at home most of the time, no one's gonna see you, no one's gonna care. Even if you go to the gym, everything you see on social media is basically made to kind of influence you to buy those things. You don't need them. Just start working out with whatever you have. Okay, for those who are big on cooking, the specialty kitchen gadgets. Anything can be used with a board and a knife. You don't need a chopping knife. You don't need a particular chopping machine. The only thing I would invest in is a good blender, and that's the only thing I invested in. Other than that, you don't need every gadget that's being advertised. Anything else can be made with your hands, and anything else is just gonna clutter your kitchen, and you're rarely gonna use them. They're just gonna be sitting in your cabinets and taking up space. And unless you're like a cook, you're an influencer who makes videos while you cook, that's a different thing. But if you don't have a family of 20 people to feed, you really don't need that much. Use what you have. And I keep saying that to everyone. Just use whatever you have. And if you really feel the need, invest into one good machinery, 2 tops. That's it. Okay, last thing that I'm not buying for a long time. Hopefully this habit of not buying things is gonna go well into 2025. It's new furniture. Have a look if the covers can be upholstered, if they can be washed, if they can be swapped. That's what we did. Me and my partner, we just swapped the connection of our furniture and gave it a different view. Another thing that really helped, and I was really surprised, that we just repainted our walls. You would be surprised the difference it makes for all of the things you have around the house. So if you feel like you're tired of things that you have, of furniture, of pieces that you have, besides rearranging them, refresh your walls, repaint your walls. It's going to make a difference. You don't have to go anything crazy. I have them in white. I love white. It comes out clean and it's so easy to touch up because I have little kids. But yeah, definitely don't buy new furniture. First of all, there's so many people that are donating so much beautiful furniture, people who don't have a use for it anymore. Unless you're swapping with someone or swapping one old, really ripped, bad piece for another piece, don't invest in furniture. It's not worth it. It's a lot of money. You don't want to clutter your house. You want to have enough space to breathe. It's less to clean when there's less furniture, and just use what you have. One of the last things that I just want to iterate as a content creator, you don't need to invest money into new equipment, into new microphone, new camera. You really don't. You're okay with what you have and use it. Please do comment, give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you're not buying this year, and I'll see you in my next video.